Hello, and welcome to our Child Evangelism Fellowship of Manitoba Spring Mennonite Mystery Staff Cookoff and Fundraiser 2021. We are so glad you could join us this evening. I can't believe it's been 2 years since we saw many of you last. A year ago, around this time, we were trying to host our spring fundraiser, but then the world changed. We ended up doing a virtual event, but it has been about 2 years since we last sat in a room together to have a fundraiser or a banquet of some kind. This year we decided to spice things up, pun intended. So instead we're going to have a staff cook-off with a spin to it. We had one of our key volunteers, Anne Klippenstein, wife of former director Henry Klippenstein, prepare mystery ingredients or mystery dish, 2 mystery dishes, and the ingredients for that. And so there's going to be a box A and box B, and 2 staff are going to get box A and 2 staff are going to prepare box B. During and after the cook-off, you will hear some ministry reports, some testimonies, short stories, just filling you in about ministry in general since 2020 up till now. And also you'll get a chance to hear about a project called Project EVERYCHILD. I am excited for you all to join us this evening. So let's watch the staff maybe nail this dish or prepare an entirely new dish in general. So let's go. So we have 4 staff and 2 dishes. The head-to-head is Lynn and IBK get box A, and Sabrina and Laura get box B. We are going to present box B first because they got a main dish, although they don't know that.
Hey, my name is Sabrina Gibson, and I'm the Summer Ministries Club Director for Child Evangelism Fellowship of Manitoba, and we are doing a cook-off. And guess what? It's my turn to cook, and I'm gonna rock this. So let's see what I get. I have option B. We got the big B. Let's see what there's in it.
Oh, we have water. More water. And some more water.
I think this might be flour. Oh no. We have raisins and it looks like dates. And I'm not sure. Prunes, maybe? I don't know. We have cherries. And brown sugar. And now that's it. That's all I got. So I'm pretty sure I know what this is. And it's a Mennonite dish called plumamousse, but I've never made it before. So this could go horribly wrong. But we'll see and we'll find out.
Hi, good afternoon. My name is Laura Lawrence and I'm the Discovery Time Director with Child Evangelism Fellowship of Manitoba. Welcome to the cook-off. I'm next on the list for this mystery dish. I have no idea what it is. I have no idea how to cook anything Mennonite. So it'll be fun. Let's take a look. I'm B, so I'm gonna cook dish B.
Okay, I have water. I have 4 waters. What else do I have? What did Anne put in here? What is this? Uh-oh. Oh, cherries. I think these are cherries. And some fruit. It looks like I'm baking. Am I baking something? I don't know what that is. Flour, maybe? Brown sugar and apple rings. I'm making a lovely apple dessert. Now for you Mennonites out there, you're probably knowing exactly what this is, but I have no clue at all. It should be interesting.
Because it's a soup. So this soup, I can tell you the heritage behind it. Does that count? This soup can be served hot or cold. So right, all I do is dump the fruit in here. I'll turn that on. And you dump the fruit in the pot. I don't know if you dump the cherries or if you add that later. Yeah. Yeah.
She's dumping.
Yeah, I'm just dumping everything in it. This would be really funny if this is not actually what this recipe was and I just totally did it wrong, but that's okay. So if you've made this before, you're probably laughing at me. Because you're like, this is probably such an easy recipe. I don't know if we have the cherries in there or not now. What can go wrong? Actually, you know what? These are already soft. So no, we're not going to add them right now. We're not going to add them right now.
Saved.
Saved, because these need to get softer first. But these aren't fully hard. Like, they're dehydrated and stuff, but they're not rock hard. So, we'll see.
I guess I'm getting ready. What do I need? I am going to need, oh my goodness. What am I making? Wow. I have no clue. What to do? Do I literally have to start right now?
Yes.
Oh no! I guess I'm gonna get out a bowl. I'm gonna need, do I need a blender? You know what? I think I have to melt something. Okay, fruit. I don't make any fruit dishes at all. All this water. Yeah, Sabrina's got this, I'm just saying. Okay, so I guess this is the plan. I'm gonna boil something because something looks like it needs to be boiled. So I'm gonna boil one of these. This one or this one? Which one? I don't know. Or maybe all of it. I think this goes on top, apple rings. And I think this goes on top. So I think I'm gonna boil something and then I'm gonna put it on the bottom of like a baking dish. So, which one? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a tiger by its toe. If he hollers, let him go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Cook the cherries or add the cherries after? Cook the fruit. I think that means I cook the fruit. I'm gonna cook the fruit in the water. Like I said, not Mennonite. I have no clue what I'm doing. So let's see what's happening in this pot. It's extremely liquidy. I have no idea why we need so much water, but Anne did give it to me, so I trust Anne knows best. I think I'm gonna, you know what? Let's turn on this oven to 350 because that's the magic number for everything. And in the meantime, see what's going on here. Let's mix this up. There's some brown sugar and some other awesome ingredients, awesomeness, that I have no idea what's in there. And so I'm thinking, let's put, okay, I think we're done boiling.
Now, my question is, it's going to be very soupy. I love puddings, and I'm thinking that's kind of what it's going to be like. I still think there's way too much water. This is going to be like a soup pudding, so that could be good. I'll bring it over here so y'all can see my experiment. I hope you're praying for me. Then what do I do? Okay, I think I'm going to drain this. Let's do this. I don't think we need that much juice, but what if we do? So maybe I'm going to leave just a little in just in case. Oh, this is Roger, everybody. Dogs make everything better, right? Okay. So, okay, in it goes. I don't know. I have no clue. I'm just thinking there's nothing else I could do with these cherries. So, in you go. Okay. Stir that up. And it's kind of looking a little better, actually. Maybe it's gonna turn out. Maybe.
Okay, so the water is starting to boil, and I think now would be a good time to add these cherries. Give it a little extra flavor. Wait a minute. I don't know if these are cherries. I can't change my course of action now, so maybe it's just the way they work out or something. Add this brown sugar because we want to sweeten it. And I'll probably turn this down a bit. And just mix that all in. Ooh, it's actually starting to smell really good. Care to smell? I'll pass it your way. So now we just add a little bit of flour here. And we mix, 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 mix. Cinnamon sugar blend. So I'll just use that. Add a little bit of cinnamon to it. Oh, there we go. Now it's getting a bit thicker. Now this looks more right. From what I've seen anyways. And you can tell because like now that it's been cooking and boiling for a bit, the fruit is getting all soft. I'm pretty sure those are dates. But the fruit, the apples are getting all soft, which is good, which is what we want, because you don't want to like, you don't want to overcook it either, but you don't want to just be like gnawing like jerky on a piece of apple. So
I think now I'm gonna put this in there. Wait. Yes, that's what I'm gonna do. Wait. Yes. Okay, that's hot. Hang on a second. I'm gonna use this. Oh, here we go. I don't know about this. I really don't know. Voila! Apple rings. I have no idea. Let's just put them in here. Okay. top you go. Throw some apple rings in there. What else goes good with apples? Cinnamon! So let's try some cinnamon. I love cinnamon. Cinnamon's my friend. Let's put it in there. And we're going to cook it for I think 45 minutes.
This dish is called pluma mousse or mouse, whatever you guys feel confident in. It's a cream, you want it to be a bit creamy with the dried fruit. So there's this, I'm not sure fully what this one is, but I think you can use any fruit in it that you want. It smells amazing. Add a hint of cinnamon for a secret ingredient, I guess. Good luck, Laura, trying to figure this out because she's not Mennonite or has really no Mennonite background. So I don't know from the ingredients if she'll be able to figure this out. Best of luck, but I think I'm going to be the reigning champion of this cook-off.
Welcome back. Do you want to check out our cherry blossom surprise? Yes, I gave it a name. Let's see what it looks like. All right, it's been 45 minutes. It looks awesome. It's looking pretty good. It's a little soupy, but
Maybe I kept it just a little too long. A little crispy. I like crispy. Let's see here. Ooh, the consistency here. I think this is going to take a little while to cool down before we can cut it. Depends how much time we have to wait.
So what did you call it again?
Cherry blossom surprise.
Cherry blossom surprise. There we go. This is a Mennonite dish called cherry blossom surprise.
I'm surprised. Aren't you surprised? I'm surprised. Very surprised.
Isn't it cool that with the same ingredients you can create two completely different dishes, a main dish and a dessert? But don't worry, at the end of the video we're going to have Anne showing us all how these dishes are supposed to look like. Now let's hear ministry reports about summer clubs and the Discovery Time program. So here's Laura talking about the school program.
A good word to describe our school Bible club program this year would be adjustable, because there have had to be so many adjustments continually throughout the year. But our coordinators have worked super hard at being adjustable, coming out to the trainings, getting prepared, finding volunteers to teach the classes in the schools. And they did. They worked with the principals and the staff to figure out a schedule where cohorts wouldn't be mixed. And classes were actually starting to happen in many schools until finally volunteers weren't allowed in the schools anymore. So one school actually improvised really well by being able to move their class outside and having Discovery Time outside for a little bit before it got too cold. So in November, the staff came together and we did a mail-out campaign. What we did is we mailed out our Truth Chasers Club, Mailbox Club, out to all of the parents who signed a petition to start Discovery Time in their child's school in the past few years. So every one of them got an actual Truth Chasers Club in their mailbox for the kids to do at home. And then once they completed it, it got sent back to the office where our club correctors were able to correct them and send out the next one. Please pray for Hilda and Alice. They are long-time volunteers and we love them and appreciate them so much, and they're in recovery right now. But thank you for Virginia and Dolores for stepping up and helping out while that happens. The next step became, what could we do for the kids online? We wanted to do what everybody else was doing around the world, Zoom. So we put together a Zoom class with the help of CEF offices nationally in Canada, and where parents and volunteers could actually host an online DT club for kids anywhere around the world who actually wanted to participate, which made it really neat because it didn't need to be just the kids in your local neighborhood school, but it could be some family in another country on the other side of the world. We had, as far as we know, up to 75 children attending those different clubs, but we haven't received all the stats yet, so there could be far, far more. So our thoughts were, what could we do with the other 3,000 children that would typically be in Discovery Time at this time? They couldn't make it to these scheduled Zoom clubs. So we put a YouTube link together for the families to watch at home anytime they like, and we can share it with you as well. So what is next for Discovery Time? That's a question that the Lord challenges me to trust Him with every single day. We are walking in uncharted territory for CEF. But you know, it's not a surprise to God. He's been our rock through the whole process. And as long as you can keep trusting Him and stepping out in faith, He will guide you through as well. You know, as long as we have people that we can work with who are going to choose to be the salt of the earth that Jesus asked us to be, then we're going to continue to look for new ways that we can minister to children in your neighborhood so that they can hear about Jesus and hear that they are valued and that God has a plan and a purpose for them, because they have a right to choose to know Him and serve Him and follow Him as well. You know, we are in such a season of change, but we can still make a difference. With travel restrictions, local missions is where it's at. And you can be the salt right where you're at and tell other children in your neighborhood about Jesus. But you know, salt only makes a difference through direct contact. It can't do anything if it's just sitting up on the shelf. Reach out, connect with us. We want to work with you to bring local missions into your area, whether it's in your community school next fall, through in-person or online Discovery Time Bible classes, or whether it's hosting a club this summer and inviting kids to come to the community center or a park near you. We want to work with you to be the salt of the earth. Let's do this together. Get involved with CEF ministry today. Peace.
Wow, what a year 2020 was for 5-day club ministry. Even though we were in the middle of a pandemic, we were still able to do ministry and clubs. It looked a little different this year, but we were still able to do 22 in-person clubs, which means we sent missionaries out into the field and they went to the communities and in Winnipeg and taught the clubs. The other way we did ministry was a virtual, so that one was held over Zoom, and the missionaries did Zoom clubs so then they could reach kids across the whole world, mostly Canada, but we did have at least one kid I know for sure in Nigeria attend, and many others. Isn't that just remarkable? I think it's totally a God move. So, like I said, last year, 2020, we were hit with the pandemic, so things had to look a little different. But you know what? I was praying, and we prayed as a staff to see what was going to happen. Are we going to get the missionaries that we need to go out and still teach the clubs? Everything was up in the air. Everything was unknown. But we prayed and we trusted that God would provide. And you know what? He absolutely did. We had 16 summer missionaries come and join us last summer. 16 who were willing to say, I'm in, even though there's a pandemic, I'm in, I'm going to serve, let's reach these kids. And those missionaries did, like I said, they did a bit of both. They did usually one in-person club a day and one virtual club a day. So they had a little bit of best of both worlds, you could say, which was just remarkable. The willingness that they gave up. We actually called them our 2020 heroes because it was scary. Everybody was in the unknown, but they still chose to serve. And I think that is absolutely amazing. Another highlight for 2020 was we actually got to go back into 2 communities that we hadn't been in over 20 years. One of them was Brandon, Manitoba, and the other one was Plum Coulee. And you know, I just think that's amazing because even Plum Coulee, the whole town came together and they had like every kid in the community come out to this club at a park. And it was just insane, like the amount of kids. But you know what? It was so exciting to see. But in person, we still reached 287 kids. 287 kids still came to the clubs. In person, we got to build those relationships with them. And you know what the really cool thing is? 88 of those kids made decisions to follow God, to have that relationship with Him. 88 kids! That is an increase from last summer and the summer before that. And I just think that's amazing that even though we were worried, God was there and He was touching the hearts of those kids. And I think, praise God, because I know it's not my doing, it's His. And I am so thankful that I serve that God who's still willing to go out, love the kids, reach them, and open their hearts to Him in the middle of a pandemic. That was 2020. My first summer teaching the clubs, being in this role, working through a pandemic, and figuring it out as I go. It was a ride. But you know what? I'm so happy I was able to be here and to see God move in that way. But now let's jump ahead and go into 2021. But I know, you want to know what our theme for this year is. Well, let me tell you. It is called Wonders of the Amazon, Amazed by God's Love. So we are heading into the Amazon rainforest, seeking out, learning about some animals, learning about God's love. And there are 3 ways that you can host a club. You can either host it in person, regarding government restrictions and how that is. But you can host in person, depending on the regulations. We'll see how that works. It's ever changing, and I'll keep you updated as more and more things come out and we work through that. So, in person, virtual, which is over Zoom, missionaries will come on, invite you. You can invite the kids in your neighborhood. They can hop on their laptops or whatever their parents give them to hop on with, as well as pre-recorded video. So say you're in an area who doesn't have good internet service, Zoom is lagging, we can send you a pre-recorded club so that all you have to do is press play and the kids can see it in your area. So, just because this pandemic is making things different doesn't mean we're not doing ministry. We're doing full force ministry, going plowing ahead, and I just can't wait to see what God's going to do this summer.
We have heard about the summer ministry and the Discovery Time program. You can be a part of reaching every child through any one of these programs. At the end of the evening, I'll be sharing about Project Every Child and how you can be a part of this project, reaching every child with the gospel of Jesus Christ. Now let us see the next head-to-head, which is IBK and Lynn, myself. Enjoy.
Hi, I'm Lynn and I'm the office admin of CEF of Manitoba, and I get the box A, and I don't have any idea what's inside, so let's find out. Okay, what is this? This is cream, I think, or coconut milk. Is it? Can I smell? I think it's cream. And next is butter and 1 egg. Open. So open that later. And this is flour. I think it's flour. Is it flour? Looks like there's sugar in it already. Is it another flour? Oh my. Oh, flour. How many kinds of flour? Okay. Wow. apples. So I don't, not sure what to do here, but I'm guessing it's gonna be some kind of dessert. Oh, okay. So there's no baking powder? No cinnamon? So there are only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 ingredients. Oh, wish me luck. Crazy. Okay. Now what to do? Should I mix them?
Hello, I'm IBK, Provincial Director for Child Evangelism Fellowship of Manitoba, and I guess it's my turn to do the cook-off. So I got box A, and let's see what's in here. Ooh. All right, so we have apples and egg and butter or margarine and what looks like flour or baking powder maybe, and another flour or baking powder, and then I'm gonna guess this is cream. All right, I'm gonna guess some kind of, well, I mean, there's flour, there's butter, there's egg, so I'm baking, not cooking. And then there's apples, so it's like maybe apple crisp or apple pie, apple something. So let's crack this code. All right, so how to make a pie crust. So I don't know what this is, but let's see. Feels like flour. I'm gonna guess flour. I don't know what flour tastes like, but there. And this also feels like flour. Oh my goodness. Okay. So I can tell which one is flour, as you can see. But I know I need a bowl and something to whisk. And I know this is gonna make them come together. So how do you tell which one is flour? Oh, wait a minute. I see something in here. I see a mixture and I see sugar. Actually, there's some white things in there. And there is also some white thing in here, but I think that's sugar in here. So I'm gonna guess your flour. Anyways, I'm just gonna dump this in here. All right, and this is the flour and baking powder. I'm gonna dump most of you in here, but not all. There we go. I think it's margarine. Mash. Mash. You see that? Okay. It wasn't that hard. It wasn't as hard as I thought it would be. Okay. Just put that in there. I don't think my mashing did anything really. Except maybe make my wife mad now that I made her thing buttery. And I'm guessing this cream is gonna do the magic too. So here we go, some whisking.
I really don't know what to do. Just to let you guys know, I don't really bake. So this is gonna be a problem. Also, IBK did this dish as well, so I hope that I can beat him. I was hoping I can beat him, but it seems like I don't know what to do. So, okay. Usually, when you bake, people have one egg and you beat it first. I think. That. And do I have to milk this? Let's see, let's beat this in first. So, 2 bags of flour, and I believe it has sugar in it already. So I don't know which one should I use first. This one? Because there should be a reason why there are 2 bags. So, I really don't know what to do. Should I mix them? Okay, wait. Oh, okay. So I'm guessing this is gonna be an apple pie. Apple pie. Put this here. Okay, that's actually quite a lot. I don't even know if I have a dish for this, but well. I actually am not sure, because some people, I think I've seen people. What if it's not correct? I'm just dumping everything here. So yeah. Okay. I feel like there's. Maybe I should just. Oh. Wait. Okay. I thought that was.
Something is happening?
Something's happening! I thought it's gonna be. Is it supposed to be so gooey like this? And how do I... So, should I make a bowl? Should I... What do I do? Okay, maybe I should use my hands. No, that's so gooey. How am I supposed to do this? Do I need to put butter in it? How do you do this? Wait. This is crazy. Am I allowed to say that?
Yes.
Okay. Should I put it in the fridge or just here somewhere in the kitchen outside on the counter? I'm just gonna put it on the counter. Next is I am gonna cut the apple.
That is really soft. Okay. I think I'm gonna sabotage this, no, rescue this situation by putting it in a wrap, saran wrap, and putting it in the fridge to cool down. I think I saw that somewhere. Someone did that because it is not as hard as I would like it to be. So I'll be right back. Put this in the fridge for an hour, and I think that would help it get more solid. Alright, so it's still very soft. I was gonna roll it out, but to make a crust, but I think because of the cream, this is maybe not supposed to be a crust. So I'm just gonna put it in here. Should I put it in that one? No, I'll put it in the bigger one. Laughing. Wow. Does that look good? Or what? I can hear you snickering. Alright, I think we're gonna cut the apples now. We're just gonna leave this leave this on the side.
So this, I'm guessing, I will pour this, I think this is gonna be the crumble. Is this all? Yeah, I'm just gonna dump it here. And then I'm gonna mix this batter here and what do you call this?
Pinch, mix,
It's not doing anything.
scrunch.
This is not a crumble. What is this? Is this supposed to be the crumble? Okay, well, I'm gonna use 2 hands. Because I'm thinking this is like an apple crumble. Or maybe I should.
It looks crumbly.
On help. Like this. Looks good actually. Not bad. And I think I'm gonna bake it for 45 minutes and see. So I can try. Open the 45 minutes. So there you go. It's going, hopefully. Yay! It's done. Let's wait and see. Okay.
You know what? I'm just gonna dump this in. I believe when it comes out, it's gonna make a beautiful dish. Maybe it's gonna make like a beautiful dessert. Apple crisps. Okay, did I say I don't bake? I only bake chicken and turkey. I mentioned that in the beginning. So, alright. I think that looks good. It's gonna look like beautiful bread, kind of. Alright, and my secret additional touch to this is cinnamon, ground cinnamon. So I'll just put a little bit. Alright, there we go. And now all that's left is to bake it. I'm gonna bake it at, I'm guessing 350 degrees for 40 minutes. Okay, and then we'll see what it looks like after.
Oh, I heard a beep and I'm ready to take it out. Let's see if we can actually eat it. I don't think I burned it, so. Okay. Ooh. It looks good.
Well. What is your face saying? I don't understand. How does it taste?
I think it's telling me that it's not the correct one. Because I feel like it should be mixed with the dough. Because look at the... I think it should be bread inside.
Alright, I heard the beep. So it's time for the apple flavored awesome Mennonite dish to come out of the oven. So let's go get it. Smells good. Ooh, hot. Look at that. I would say that's not bad. I don't know what it is, but it looks good. Alright, here we go. This is the famous, world-renowned apple crumble. Alright, I think it rose a bit because of the baking powder, so let's take it. What does it look like? You guys are all watching? Alright, let's try this new creation. And there you go, there you have it. My version of apple creme brulee. I don't know what I'm saying, but there you go. I hope I did well enough, and everybody else. You can judge my baking or this cook-off with the other contestants A. So thank you for watching, and stay tuned. More reports of the ministry coming up.
Hello everyone, I hope everybody's doing all right. And for those that don't know me yet, my name is Len Redikoff and I am the office admin at CEF of Manitoba. And I would like to update you all of what happened last year, 2020, in our ministry, particularly our finances and office. So I think the first lockdown was sometime March and April. So in April, we only had one person working full-time at our office, and that was IBK, and the rest of the staff were under CERB. For those that don't know, CERB stands for Canada Response. Oh no, sorry, it's Canada Emergency Response Benefit. And CERB was a blessing because we were able to save and lower our office expense, especially the salary expense. And in May and June 2020, the staff were able to go back to work part-time. At the same time, we were under CERB. And so in July 2020, we were able to go back to work full-time. And we are praising God for that, for providing. And also we were able to apply for the 10% wage subsidy, and we were also qualified for the Manitoba Bridge grant, and so thankful for all the blessings we received last year in 2020. So at the end of year 2020, although there were a lot of businesses were being affected financially, but our office finished the year in the black. So we're so thankful for God's provision and His protection. So at the beginning of 2021, IBK applied for 28 Canada summer job grants, and just yesterday we heard that there was a lot of grants were approved already. So we are so grateful and thankful for God for that already. And we still don't know how many grants are gonna be approved this year, but for what we received so far, we are grateful for them. And also a little bit update about our board members last year. So last year, our board members, they started meeting online or virtual. And we are grateful for our technology actually, because that would be hard for everyone to not able to see and do ministry, even like some businesses, because can't really meet. So yeah, we're thankful for this for Zoom and our technology. And unfortunately, we had two board members step down last year, and our board members and the staff are actually actively looking for new members to join our board members. And so far, I believe we have 2 to 3 prospects board members, and we are also thanking God for them already, and I know that they're gonna be the right people and they have the heart for the ministry. So I would like to sincerely thank our faithful supporters, for those that pray for us financially, pray for our ministry and for the staff, and also for those that faithfully donate their finances to the ministry. We're also grateful for all of you guys. We can't do this without you, without your support. Thank you from all of us. God bless you and stay safe.
How did we do? That was something for sure. God is good. Before I tell you about Project EVERYCHILD, let me share a little bit of my faith story. Many years ago when I was in university here in Manitoba, I met a group called Power to Change Ministries, which used to be Campus Crusade for Christ. They taught me a lot how to share my faith on campus. And about 11 years ago, I got a chance to go on a mission project to closed countries in Asia, sensitive countries to the gospel. It was on one of those mission trips that someone said yes to the question, would you like to give your life to Jesus, after I posed it to them. And that opened something in my heart. And I spent a couple years more just in Asia doing ministry. Many things happened during that time. We had stories of me and my teammates sneaking a small tube TV underneath our shirts on the bus just to go to a campus to show the Jesus film. That was an adventure in itself. Or one time I was under the local police radar, and we had to clean house, you call it, clean house. So we had to burn all our resources, all our spiritual content that we had. At midnight, we were on our bicycles going in different directions of the city just to dispose of all the paperwork so that there will be no trail back to us. Or sometimes my team will be traveling to a little village, and we would have to decide who was going to be carrying most of the materials, the sensitive materials, because there was no point in all of us getting caught. But if one person got caught, then maybe the mission could still go on. Those kind of stories were common, Even one time a group of students got caught by a teacher because they were praying on their campus at 6 a.m. And they were harshly cautioned not to do that, like threatened. But you know what they did? They just ended up waking up earlier and meeting in a different location to pray. Though there were times where I know we had to stay under the radar and run from local police, it was so cool because who I was then didn't start from that time. It started from a long time ago when I was a child. In Deuteronomy 31 verse 6, it says, "Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or terrified because of them. For the Lord your God goes with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you." Many years later, serving with CEF of Manitoba for almost 8 years now, I knew then what I know now, that all God needs is a willing heart. He does the rest. God does not call the equipped. He equips the called. The seeds that were planted in me when I was a child shaped me into that person who was willing to take those risks in a super sensitive closed country in Asia. And it also led to me stepping out in faith and leading an international ministry like Child Evangelism Fellowship of Manitoba. So Project Every Child is not a new project. It is the very mandate of CEF International, reaching every child in every nation every day. Project Every Child is simply this: every child around you, every child in Manitoba should be given the opportunity to respond to the gospel of Jesus Christ. At CEF, we have several ways to do that, and our challenge to you is to be a part of this project. Galatians 6 verse 9 says, "Let us not grow weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up." Are you willing to be made willing? Can you think of 5 children in your circle who could grow in their relationship with God through a discipleship program, maybe our daily devotionals or a mailbox club? Or perhaps children in your circle who do not even know who Jesus Christ is. Perhaps there are some in your circle who have never heard of the gospel or never heard of Jesus, and can, through you hosting a summer club, we even send the missionaries to teach. COVID-19 means less traveling in general. And maybe this year you can join us in expanding our local reach to children of Manitoba. Or maybe you can give sacrificially towards this call. During the summer, sometimes some of our biggest needs are vehicles. Pre-COVID, we needed vehicles to travel all across Manitoba. Perhaps you have a used vehicle you're willing to donate to the ministry. All our programs are offered free to the children, thanks to wonderful supporters like you, who give immensely to this ministry. Cost should never be a factor from keeping kids from hearing the gospel. The children are thankful. They just don't have the voice sometimes to say that. Or sometimes they don't see the ripple effects of the seeds that have been planted in them. just like I had seeds planted in me when I was a child. So, on behalf of all the children, I want to say thank you. Because if they could, they would say that to you directly. You can be a part of Project Every Child, whether it's by signing up 5 children in any one of our programs. 5-day clubs, discovery time, mailbox club through Chasers, or just getting them a devotional. You can call the office anytime. Our number is 204-663-3300, or visit our website. We want to challenge you to think of 5 names, 5 children who you can reach. And perhaps you don't know them by name right now. Well, I dare you to think about hosting a 5-day club this summer. Whether that's virtually, in person, however. Perhaps you can also be a partner in this project by giving sacrificial gifts. You can give online. Under this video there is a link called Project Every Child, or on our website. Some of you got a postcard in the mail with a response slip in it. Well, you can mail that in to the office under project and make sure you put the memo Project Child. I want to thank you. Because of people like you, little children can be reached with the gospel wherever they are in Manitoba. And maybe perhaps one day they will be influencers in the world tomorrow. I want to thank all our awesome volunteers, Discovery Time coordinators, Discovery Time teachers, our prayer warriors out there. I want to say a deep thank you for sacrificially serving in this ministry. I also want to thank those who helped us in the office recently to mail out 7,000 pieces of our invitation for this event this evening. I want to thank Anne and Henry Klippenstein, Dolores, Milka, Dale, Lawrence, Phoebe, Jao, and all the staff. Thank you so much for your help. That is it. That is all, folks. We are inviting you to be a part of Project Every Child, and we are challenging you to think of 5 names and pray about it and see how God is leading you this year, 2021. So, if you want to see how the dishes were supposed to be made, you can stick around, and Anne Klippenstein is going to be showing us how to make these dishes. Thank you, and God bless.
Hi, I'm Anne. I'm from a Mennonite background, and I was asked to do a couple of Mennonite recipes.